Hi everybody, it's September 21st and I'm going to do a short tarot reading for coronavirus, COVID-19, for the present and near future. And so I've shuffled the cards already quite a bit, but I'll just shuffle a little bit more. I hope you're all well, wherever you are. I'm on the Sunshine Coast in British Columbia. The smoke has lifted finally, so we can see the horizon. We even had a little bit of sunshine the other day. And but it looks like now it's going to be really rainy and a bit cold. If anybody wants to contact me for a reading, just let me know in your comments below. And let's take a look at what the cards say here. Okay, so in the present moment, we have the Page of Pentacles here. The page is a messenger, and he's bringing information to us about our finances right now. So he's reversed, which would indicate that the information is not completely forthcoming right now, but economically, people are really wondering what's going to happen now and in the near future. And so that's, the page is a young energy, so there is something that's sort of like being stimulated right now as far as, the day-to-day sort of lifestyle issues, financial issues and such. But as I said, because the card is reversed, I would say that people are feeling quite uncertain right now about what's going to be happening with respect to work and money. Now, next to this card, also speaking about the present, we have the Empress. And the Empress, she can speak to fertility. She also speaks to abundance. She's a very positive card to receive because she's basically saying, we have what we need. We have everything in our environment around us that we need to be grounded and basically sitting tight in our feminine energy about what's happening. So, she's not looking at the page, she's looking forward. So this card, as a feminine card, is speaking very positively to, let's remember what we have access to, and what our resources are. Okay. And next to her, so moving into the end of October, we have the Death card. And the Death card can speak of physical death. It can also sort of speak to shedding of the old and moving into the new. But I think in this case, because we're talking about coronavirus, we're looking at the death rate of people who are sick increasing by the end of October. So I believe that the statistics internationally will go up as people are getting, it's not that people aren't taking precautions. It's just that things are opening up, restaurants are opening and the schools are opening. And so there will be people that unfortunately are going to be affected by this. Also, at the end of October, we have the Three of Cups, which is reversed. And this is talking about a strain in personal relationships and friendships and family and such. So there is some tension coming at the end of October with respect to the effect that COVID will have on us and our relationships with others. People might be feeling a little bit distrusting at this time around other people. and maybe more anxious again. And, the next card sort of that comes up after that one is the Moon, which speaks to the unknown and the dream world, and it also speaks of our confusion. So as we're moving into November, there's going to be definitely some confusion about what is going to be happening in the new year. Now, in my other reading, I indicated that I felt that health-wise, we were going to be doing better, but financially there would be some setbacks, which is inevitable with all the businesses having to close for, most businesses have closed for at least a few months. So this is very stressful for business owners, and also for employees. The Tower. The Tower is when everything just sort of like explodes. Everything, old structures, things that we've sort of relied on, taken for granted, are put into question. So it looks like, right now we have some concerns about finances, but we have the resources, we have the things, most of us have what we need to survive. But it looks like there is going to be an increase in the actual number of people that pass away from coronavirus. And this will cause a strain on relationships, family, friends. And as we're moving into, so this late September, late October, late November, a lot of confusion about what's going to be happening. And then the Tower indicating there will be a major shakeup of structures, of life the way we know it. I think I should pull a few more cards just because we're going to clarify here. The Tower, I know people want to have a sense of what's going to happen in the new year. Now, when I look at these cards that I've pulled, we have the Queen of Pentacles, which would indicate that there will be some stability coming around finances again in the new year. Okay, she's a positive card. And we also have the Ten of Cups next to her, which means that people will move into a state in the new year of being, feeling like, sort of like your cup is full, that everything will be okay, that, you can see the family. We had this card come up before. This is, the family and celebration with love, knowing that, everything's going to be okay. Now, we do have the Knight of Swords reversed, and this is a very, powerful, young energy of change, on things that are, not predicted, things moving very quickly, okay? So I want to do a clarification reading on these ones as well for the new year. Just because, I think it's important for us, even if we go through this period, which looks like it might be difficult. So, the end of November being quite difficult, and then continuing, the effects of that continuing into December. But then we have the Page of Wands with the King of Wands, okay, the King of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is a good card because it reminds us that, we go through hard times, but things always get better. So just when you think you can't take any more, you need to remember that no matter what is going on, okay, we're in an ebb and flow, the way that the world is, the way life is, the spiritual world as well. It's all an ebb and flow. So the Wheel of Fortune is just saying, basically, just hold on and remember that things will get better. The King of Wands, this is sort of the leader of leaders. This is a card which it's someone who has everybody's best interests at heart and will hold everything together. And the Page of Wands being a messenger again about projects and work and such. I'm just going to pull a few more cards before we finish here. This is a very short reading today. I'm sorry. Next week I'll do a more in-depth reading. So I'm going to stop with this card. This is the World. And the World is a reminder that, you know, we actually have quite a bit of control over our own destiny. It's all about focusing on your values and choices and making like the best choices for you. So I think this card is sort of reminding us that we can be influenced by other people. We can be influenced by media. Fear and anxiety can sort of like take over, you know, our day-to-day reality in a very intense way. A lot of people are still very scared right now. This card is very hopeful. It's saying, you know, if we focus our energy correctly, if we make the right choices, things open up for us again. Okay. So I see that happening in the new year. And then this card here, I'm just going to pull one more, the Two of Wands. So in the new year, looking ahead into the future, okay, with a vision about moving to the next, you know, it could be like the landscape, it could be philosophy, but moving forward, and looking at the openness, you know, the vastness in the world. We don't want to stay stuck. We don't want to be living in the past. We do need to move forward. So I believe, looking at these cards, that we are going to have maybe another month towards the end of October and into November that's going to be quite difficult. But as we move into the new year, it looks like there's going to be a celebration of life and an ebb and flow of things sort of opening up for us again, so that we can feel more hopeful. Okay. So that's my reading for today. And as I said, next week, I'd like to do a more in-depth reading, but this is just a brief one today. So please take care wherever you are. And if you have any questions or there's something you'd like me to ask the cards for next week, please leave your comment below. Okay, take care.